Hey guys, welcome to another lesson of Pro Teaches Noob, and once again I have Bianca with me.
It is I, the werewolf in the hoodie.
hmm And we are continuing our look at the Thanos books of the later 2000s as we go into the Infinity Relativity, which follows up on the stuff from Thanos versus Hulk, as well as what is going on with the new Adam Warlock from Infinity Revelation, and what does Thanos do about all of it.
He
Basically,
cries.
this whole trilogy of graphic novels is. You ever heard the phrase of a two-part trilogy?
Yes.
What does it mean?
Oh, I don't know. I just know it exists.
It basically is where it's a trilogy, but the first part is always the standalone, and the next two are so connected and lead one right into the other, like Back to the Future or The Matrix.
Ah.
Especially The Matrix, where it ends. The first one is completely self-contained. They had no idea where they were going to go further, but then when they did 2 and 3, they were both one big story just cut in half.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, that is basically what this is. I mean, did you remember Fairly Odd Parents?
Oh, I love Fairy Tale Baby.
Remember the Wishology trilogy?
What was that?
The one with the big darkness, or the darkness and all that, and Timmy having to deal with all of it. He was the chosen one, possibly.
Oh gosh.
But yeah, that
Uh
too was a two-part trilogy. The first one completely self-contained. The next two, one ends on a cliffhanger, leading right into the third one.
they had so many events. I didn't even know what their names were. And
All
I'm like,
right.
when is he not the chosen one, really?
Oh yeah, but there was one where he was actually called the chosen one, but then the joke was later revealed he wasn't the chosen one.
Who was the chosen one?
Someone named Tommy Turbo or something, who ended up being a complete, joke.
Dang, I feel like I do know this. Oh gosh, it's been so long.
Right, but anyway, but this is basically the similar thing where now there's going to be another miniseries that'll be in between them. Until that, but when going into it though, let's just start it off with, like I said, the Infinity Relativity. And this will be the last thing we're going to be seeing Starlin directly drawing. After this, he kind of hurt his hand and would then rely on Ron Lim and Alan Davis going forward.
Oh no.
Yeah, unfortunately. We also get an introduction by James Robinson, the writer of Starman, Justice Society, and has helped out on Stargirl.
Oh.
But yeah, in the negative zone, we're seeing Dr. Baltar and helping Annihilus as they get prepared to invade, as we see the new massive Annihilus, or Annihulk, whichever one you want to go with. All hail, Lord Annihilus! Deftly handle, Baltar, but the truth will be that what it is. Stand ready, Blastar. There's the Guardians. What have we here? Some clue, Rocket, as to what happened to Gamora after she crash landed her shuttle here? No, just a sparkly. Drax, there's signs to the east of another ship having recently landed here. Mystery solved, Quill. Our gal probably hitched a ride back to the bar Starlins. Maybe. Trouble is the sector is thick with slavers. Gamora's and bagged by traffickers don't seem likely, but she could have been injured in the crash. Rocket, can you determine where this mystery ship has gone into? You kidding? I could track an ionic and drive blindfolded. All right, and then the question becomes: are we heading off to save Gamora from slavers, or them from her? My money's on our gal running the whole operation before we ever catch up with her. Ha! Yeah, by this point, this is where we've had the Dan Abin, Andy Lanning revision of the Guardians of the Galaxy, and Gamora had started being paired up more with Star Lord. And this is
Okay.
where we see also Adam Warlock. My intention was to have one last of Earth. This was where I was created, even if I never thought of it as my home world. Nevertheless, I have what you might call a sentimental attachment to it. Hold! You are not going anywhere, my mechanical friend. I know what you are, even though I should not. You and your now deactivated companions are advanced scouts for something called the Protectorate, which plans on doing Earth's wrong, stripping the planet of its mineral wealth. This I cannot allow. Protectorate, I am Adam Warlock, and I strongly advise changing course and selecting another world to plunder. 5 light years away? No!
Yeah, the one with the terrible outfit is the one we see. Gross.
Hmm. Right. They say they're preparing for what to do to Earth and the rest of the universe soon. Really? Then who should be on this screen? The being our master considers the most dangerous. As we then see Thanos is back with Mistress Death. Let me assure you, the endeavor is neither. I am well aware, my love, that you consider my continuing to audit events back in the realm of the living a wasted effort, perhaps somehow suspect. Let me assure you, my endeavor is neither. My heart and loyalty are yours alone, Mistress and Death, but there are beings of power that should be carefully and continuously monitored. Most old enemies. One an ally I may have foolishly underestimated. He is not the Adam Warlock I knew of old. The physical might he now exhibits is far greater than in any of his previous incarnations. I am currently studying troubling data collected on him from various sources. No, I have no reason to believe he wishes us ill. There is one you should be even more wary of. Who or what? We have met previously, but you remember not. A deficiency that must be rectified. You wear the Infinity Gauntlet. And that matters not. I have no time for lengthy explanations. Dire events unfold upon the living plane. It is imperative you inform Gamora and Pip the Troll that Adam Warlock again lives. Yes, now I recall our earlier encounter. Then you must understand what must be done. In general, but particulars are gone. You'll find out more about this when we get to an annual later. These revitalized memories in truth explain very little and confuse more deeply, my love. But I suspect the Avatar's advice, nevertheless, is well worth heeding. Well, this is all rather boring. Go away. Suicide, Adam? In a way, I willed myself to die. You know it won't stick. It never does. So why bother? And because my present reincarnation is horrendously wrong. How so? Everything is different, terribly off kilter. I am not who you think I am, Gamora. I don't even belong in this reality. It doesn't matter. You're still not going to remain dead. I might. The game doesn't work that way for you. There wasn't even a cocoon this time. Yes, that is very strange. But for you, strange is the norm. Just look how it all started. It was an especially as we get a summary about his history and everything, as he seems to be talking with Gamora, but it's not really Gamora. It's a image of her in his mind.
With that little terrible hair hoodie.
Yep. And then we see the Silver Surfer. What is it? And he finds that the Armada destroyed.
Question, can he fly without the surfboard?
Theoretically, yes, but he transports better with it.
Ah.
Like your name, he said, yeah, it's the Silver Surfer. He talks to this artificial AI about what's been attacked from Adam Warlock. Why did Warlock oppose you? Periodic maintenance and improvement of the fleet required a continuous acquisition of considerable amounts of raw material. Allow me to hazard a guess, please. You plan on acquiring these resources from a planet called Earth. Yes, Adam Warlock objected to what he termed the pillaging of his birth planet, which I imagine you found rather annoying. He left enough of my system to maintain the survivors for the duration of their lifetime, but not enough to reconstitute himself into what he would consider a threat. You clearly went beyond your creator's intended programming. Perhaps what became of Warlock? Directly after diminishing me, Adam Warlock chose to self destruct. Warlock! Adam, what? Gone. But dead? I know just enough about Adam Warlock to doubt that. And he's now seems to be with some scrolls. Um, as he's told, like, you are due in the area within an hour. I will be there. There are a couple of new tricks I want to try out. And then there's Pip, kind of cheating at cards until Thanos shows up and snatches him away. Thanks for the unneeded save, big guy. Had it under control. But if you snatch me to exploit my teleportation talents one more time, forget it. Remember when I came to you to help in rescuing the Hulk? You told me to buzz off. It is Adam Warlock who presently needs your assistance. He's dead, isn't he? You still possess a psychic link with all of your former Infinity Watch compatriots? Yeah, utilize it. Yeah, Adam's alive again, but he feels different because he is. Teleport to him and renew your friendship. Warlock requires anchors to his past. What's that mean? Go find out for yourself. Gladly. What a jerk. Yeah, I know. Adam Warlock lives again. I am well aware that you and your fellow guardians have good reason to be wary of him. Where do I find him? Maintain your present heading and status, and your paths will cross. Great timing, Thanos. Just got these chains off. And back on they go. Guess this is what they call taking one for the team. I Yo, fish place, where are you planning on selling me? A new Carl wrench. The Gladiator asteroid? Chill your Brussels sound. Really? That would be a waste. As Pip shows up and meets up with the Guardians. As they're nosy about Adam Warlock's image.
Wait, that's Gamora, isn't it?
Where? No.
No, that's
Right there? No, that's just some random woman.
the heck. There's a girl who looks exactly like her.
Look at her pointy ears. That looks nothing like her.
It's hard to tell her ears are pointy, so I need a different angle.
But this is where I track Gamora to. Basically, they're trying to find out where she is. Not just yet, and not just so I hand it back. It's my precious. Maybe I'll put it on a keychain around my neck. I am Groot. What do you mean, tacky? I should take fashion advice from a walking weed. So yeah,
Yes.
they're on activating teleportation systems. Like our instrumentation has detected a highly unusual energy signature. Specifics, please. It is unfocused yet infinite scope, frighteningly powerful. It is a source of energy far greater than anything previously discovered, and the scanners are suddenly registering it. What prize this would be? Where do we find it? Upon an uninhabited asteroid named New Crawl, and we shall hasten there the moment I finish feeding. The Infinity Gem, or maybe another cosmic cube? No, the vibratory wavelengths are completely different. This is something new. Your readings you requested, Lord Thanos, are ready for viewing. Then display. Computer, run a self-diagnostic and verify the research you are currently presenting. Done, and the research results are confirmed. Then it is most certainly an unexpected and disturbing turn of events. As everyone is starting to feeling what's going on, something is happening. And Baltar, the initial annihilation wave is primed and ready. Open a gateway. Transport in 20 seconds. Advance on Lord Annihilus command. Let the darkness descend. Strike! We see Adam Warlock is entering a Gladiator arena and kicks everyone's ass. As Thanos is watching and observing on everything, and it turns out this version generates a protective suit of armor, and he's much more better at handling actual fighting and action. He's way more powerful. Hello, Adam. Gamora. Give up being a guardian for a life in the arena? It's a long story involving a down shuttle and a call from Thanos, the Titan. He let me know you were back and where to find you. So I finessed my way into this sideshow so we could chat. How do you like the paint job they gave my armor? I suppose to make me look more menacing. Very fetching. Not sure how pleased I should be about your one-time mentor taking an interest in me. Yeah, Thanos usually has darker reasons lurking somewhere behind his upfront purpose. Still, I am glad to see you once among the living, but I thought I'd better find out where the Guardians stand with you after our last encounter. That's right, Star-Lord killed me in my previous incarnation. Nothing to worry about on that front. I would never do anything to harm you or yours. Besides, I don't recall me begging Quill to. I recall me begging Quill to pull the trigger. Yeah, it was pretty screwed up. Another player steps into the stage as Gladiator shows up. With the Imperial Guards, they start fighting their way through the Annihilation Wave, which is all Annihilus's bugs. Like, let all know fear! As they're all starting to get overwhelmed, this overpowering of dread. Then Pip shows up. Gotta hightail it out of here, guys. Flee, blow down, escape. Pip? Calm down, Pip. What the heebie-jeebies are gone. And just like when Adam touched me, Pip, zero in on Drax and reunite Gamora with her fellow Guardian. I'll catch up with you shortly. After you do what? A bit of pest control. Gladiator has somehow overridden his terror and will have to be dealt with personally. Master, I will continue to supervise my troops, Blastar, while I handle this situation. Gets pounded by Gladiator, but he's able to put up a good fight. And, well, given how we saw him deal with the Hulk, dealing with Gladiator is not going to be any issue. As he's ready to deal with his destiny. As Thanos then shows up, and improvisation is called for. In your weakened state, Gladiator, your will is mine to manipulate. Heed carefully these words. You must immediately, you there, attend to your leader. Sire, what has transpired? Annihilus again attacks the Posiverse. We must rally our forces. As Adam Warlock is dealing with the Annihilation Wave, thanks to Pip now and Gamora being back under control, they're able to help the rest of their friends out, as everything is just starting to fall to hell with Annihilation. He decides, Thanos then goes to pick up Adam. You have done all you can do here, Adam Warlock. Thanos! No, wait! No time for explanations. Now, what is this? A high megaton detonation. Back into the gateway. Now! As Blastar tackles him in there. My apologies for touching the royal persona, sire. Considering the circumstances, your transgression is forgiven. I know who to truly blame for this indignity. Man, talk about escaping by your proverbial nick of time. How many didn't? We'll worry and grieve about that later. So is everyone shaking off their bout with blind terror? Yeah, that was pretty freaky. What caused it? It's a new trick of Annihilus. He can now broadcast fear. Say what? Who brought a troll on board? Pip's an old friend. Long story. Really? Yeah. Heard of you once ran a bad crowd before joining the Guardians by the stinking troll? Well, this stinking troll just saved your bacon, Mr. Raccoon. Not a raccoon. Not really all that smart either. Eat lead, troll. Huh? Where'd he go? Right behind you, Shorty. Shorty, you're dead. Pip, enough with the nonsense. I'm cool. Got a feeling you best save that ammo rocket. A troll infestation is probably the least of our worries. Gonna kill me that miserable roach. I am Groot. So I heard. Bet that's smart. Guys, word's out on Annihilus invasion the Posiverse again. The Shi'ar has declared a top priority pan-sector emergency. Gladiator is calling for a defensive armada to be formed in orbit around Chandler. Gladiator's done what? Has old Moloch flipped his lid? Problem? Yeah, from what I've seen, Annihilus' teleportation guided system into the Posiverse has been vastly improved. The concentration of forces is now a weakness when dealing with Annihilus. An enemy-rich environment is going to prove an irresistible and highly vulnerable target to him. We got to get online and talk later out of that crazy strategy. Heard a rumor about big changes with Annihilus himself. Not a rumor. Won't let that degenerate troll get its filthy hand on you, precious. That stone. Annihilus is about 18 feet tall and can bitch slap around the Hulk. Saw that with my own eye. So not what I wanted to hear. A good handling of the Guardians, doesn't he? And you could tell Gamora still feels like the way Starlin wrote her, but it's still enough to keep up the stuff she's gone through.
So it is that same girl we saw earlier.
Well, earlier, yeah, but yes.
You told me it wasn't her because her ears are different.
I was pointing to a pointier girl at the bottom, but on top that was Gamora. Yes, I thought you were talking.
Yeah, I didn't even see no pointy-haired girl from the bottom. I was talking about the green girl.
But yes, that is still Gamora. My mistake.
Ah.
But yeah, basically now it feels like let the slaughter begin. As unfortunately, yeah, they are all being attacked because of his new teleportation skills. Everything is starting to just fall apart. I suspect I know. Thanos. This is the type of setting the other Warlock always must seem at most at ease in. I must admit to feeling the same. But why have you brought me here, Titan? To converse and to make amends for a serious wrong I have done you. Thanos admitting error? The two of us are unlike all others, far from the astral norm. You have been described as a cosmic Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, while I am what I am. Together we recently survived a remarkable experience, an extraordinary event for even one such as ours. We watched an entire actuality perish, my reality. Did we? Afterwards, I should not have allowed you to depart in anger. You wish you had comforted me in some manner? We both know that is not my way. But paying closer attention would have been advisable. To what? You? Get to your point, Titan! You're exhibiting startling new powers in this present incarnation, are you not? Each new life brings changes. Never before to this degree, and I believe I know why this is. I am simply evolving. The metamorphosis is perhaps accompanied by confusion and unaccounted for knowledge. This too you claim to be able to explain? Allow me to show you simply that and I may clarify. These bioscans of your typical Earth human, of myself and one I took of the entire universe. The final scan is of you, Adam Warlock. My readings match. Yes. What does that mean? That's not a question you already know the answer to. And it turns out basically he has his entire reality within him.
Ooh.
And that's what they're looking for. You realize you are not as steeped in the scientific arts as I, so I will keep it simple. Energy may be converted, but it can never be destroyed. A basic law of physics. We thought we witnessed the destruction of entire reality, but you and I misinterpreted that which we saw. It was not only this reality that reconstituted after we slew our other dimensional counterparts, my actuality did also, but not into its previous form. You mean I'm. Yes. What is it you seek from me, Thanos? Communication and association with a being who could conceivably terminate my existence with but a thought. And what do I gain from this relationship? You might not fully realize it yet, but I suspect you have complete knowledge of everything about the universe as it was. But life goes on, meaning I'm probably ignorant of what has occurred in most of the universe since my reincorporation. I am already fully aware of that peculiarity. Circumstances do not allow you the luxury of adjusting to your newly realized station as in any leisurely fashion. Annihilus! He's greatly changed from the monster I once briefly encountered, and you are probably the reason he's currently invading the Posiverse. My intel indicates Annihilus seeks a new and mysterious source of great power. Me? Yes, of course. He should be deterred from this ambition. I agree, but you cannot negotiate with the like of Annihilus. You know the Bug King's history. With him, you either serve or die. Slaying Annihilus is our only viable option. You're not prone to hyperbolic sentiments, Titan. No mercy should be granted. Can you do that? I suppose I'll have to. Then I will show you how. But there are others we must first enlist to this struggle. I am not certain why, but I am certain we shall not succeed in this endeavor without their help. And who might they be? And sure enough, Thanos shows up and Drax wants to take him down. But he knocks him out. But even this guard is not going down without a fight. Really? What? Wouldn't think you could pull the trigger, and wouldn't think you could pull the trigger. What was your hand encased in crystal? Suicide mission approaching. I'm so dead, aren't I? So it would appear. You didn't kill Drax, did you? And risk your rash, Gamora. The brute is merely mesmerized. This Drax is nowhere near the nuisance the old destroyer used to be. Let go! Trying to save your furry hide from getting deep roasted Titan style. This discussion, basically, they talk things out a bit more and they give their plan of what to do. Oh, and with Pip's transportation. So basically, they're going to try and transport in there, slay Annihilus, and destroy the nursery, which has all of its replacement bodies. Trying to talk us into becoming cold-blooded assassins? I am. Assassination? You're okay with this? Quite. Annihilus will continue to wreak havoc in this reality until he locates that which he searches for, or is terminated. What the? I am Groot. Offing the Bug King will probably save a lot of lives. Millions! What's Annihilus hunting for? A mysterious source of energy he detected in the area. What kind of power source? That is unknown and no important presently. Guys, I found this crystal earlier. Had it with me on New Crawl. You don't think? Let me see it. No. Precious! He thought it was the power source. But yeah, they head over there, they transport, and they start to fight off with it was in the negative zone against Annihilus's forces. But unfortunately, they start to be caught up by Baltar's tech, who's able to stun him, and then Blastar shows up, and they start fighting it all out. Gamora, take Warlock and stay close to me. This is so not my kind of fight. You can barely tell, but there's Pip hiding there between his legs. Oh, hold on. Right there. Do you barely see him?
I don't even know where's your mouse. Oh, there's your mouse. Okay, so I see your mouse.
So
Oh,
see, this is
okay.
not my kind of fight. You can barely see Pip.
Oh,
Oh, but look at this. Awesome, huh?
I love it. And he's just freaking out.
Yep. Ah!
Why am I here? That would be me, honestly.
Yeah, they're trying to get out of there because unfortunately, with Warlock down, that means their powerful player is off the board. And then, Annihilus.
Out of
Go,
nowhere.
Guardians. I will deal with Annihilus right away. I can do that. as they start to fight, and unfortunately, Thanos is no match for Annihilus. I will be engaged in changing Annihilus' status from overreaching despot to historical footnote. Damnation! This new Annihilus is disturbingly more powerful than the own. Oh, he just took a full charge energy blast with little effort, which strengthens the suspicion I've begun to have in concerning the exact tyrant. More than just his size has changed. Annihilus is evolving, becoming one apart from the cosmic norm. He is changing into a being much like Adam Warlock and myself. This cannot be allowed to occur. My Annihilus must be destroyed. And I must also protect Warlock and Gamora. Must carry the battle away from them. This will do. As they keep on fighting, things are just continuing to get worse and worse as they're getting knocked around. But again, Annihilus is just handling Thanos with complete ease. But Thanos still puts up a good fight and everything. It has to, and it ends as it has to. Your madness, Annihilus, could not be allowed to befoul the Posiverse. The negative zone will now also be cleansed of your contamination and a memory of once having served you. To do so again would save you, Titan. And in case you had not noticed, Insect, it is not I who is in need of salvation. Who is it and that now kneels in the dust vanquished? I will determine your fate, Annihilus. Expect no mercy. Do you truly think all is as you believe? Trust not my lying eyes. It is said knowledge is the greatest power, but it has recently dawned on me that planning for any and all contingencies should most definitely not be discounted. Dr. Baltar, now! Too often you've interfered in my affairs, Thanos. Your very existence I find an intolerable affront. Be no more. Where? Nothingness. Thanos is now nowhere. I've teleported him without and deciding a destination and crippling the reconstitution instructions. In other words, the Titan is trapped within teleportation limbo. In other words, there's no way for him to get out. And everything's without Thanos, things are going downhill fast as Gamora gets zapped, and unfortunately, Adam gets taken. Groot gets blasted.
No!
I am Groot. Think we got to make you that you were Groot. I've got a viable splinter as a keepsake to regrow Groot, you idiot. They make their way out of there. Unfortunately, things just continue going to hell. They've realized how much they've screwed up. And Pip decides to stick around trying to find where Adam is. But for now, he doesn't know what to do. As Thanos, meanwhile, is realizing how bad things have gotten. As now, with thanks to Dr. Baltar and Blastar, they have an Adam ready to make him the ultimate weapon. All the while, Thanos realizes really how screwed up he is. An old dog learning new tricks? Highly doubtful. More like I am missing a crucial piece of the puzzle. Tis a mystery I'll have to ponder for another time. As now, thanks to the infinite powers within Adam, there's no weapon, nothing that could stop him. And so what does Thanos soon realizes? Well, one, they're actually bringing the main planet from the Negaverse into the Posiverse.
Posiverse, you said?
Yes, that's what they call the other side, the main universe.
Oh, like negative and positive? I gotcha.
Yep. And then what does Thanos realize the only way to get out of this is? Commit suicide as he blasts his head.
Bro.
Yep. And that's the end. What did you think? Talk about a Empire Strikes Back moment, huh?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
So,
my sides.
what did you think about all that?
Definitely better than the last one.
Definitely. Oh, you mean
The Thanos versus Hulk one.
Oh, yeah. But on par with Revelation or better than that one?
I want to say on par.
All right. So, but yeah, though, but what do you think about what's Annihilus? But it makes you wonder what's going on. How is someone like Annihilus able to outthink Thanos, right?
Right.
Well, there's going to be a big twist coming when we get to another mini. But first, next episode, we got a very short one, a simple annual that'll explain that other Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet we saw earlier.
Yee.
You're probably wondering about that, right?
Of course.
Yep. Like, what was that thing? Well, we're going to find out in the next one, in the Thanos Annual. Well, we'll see you on that one. Take care.
Bye. I almost said you too.